As I'm watching these protesters in LA raiding through downtown, going against ICE because they're taking the immigrants and deporting them where they're supposed to be at, it's really sickening. Like, what do you guys expect to even happen? I mean, even Trump said himself that when he gets into office that he's going to start deporting all the immigrants. And I feel like with that, if you know you over here illegally, like, what do you expect to happen? Going to war against ICE is not going to solve anything. I mean, you're downtown, you in the area, you're destroying these people's businesses, you're, just destroying everything, people's cars and all that, seeing people's cars up in flames, y'all just going back and forth to the point where now, the police, of course, the police is involved, the National Guard is involved, got the Marine, everybody's involved. Like, it is really bad. And I know you there standing your ground because you're going against ICE because you don't want to get deported, but at the same time, you're here illegally. So, like, it's nothing, we can do for y'all. I mean, y'all standing up, which y'all believe in, but at the same time, you should have got your paperwork together if you want to stay in this country. Now, it is sad to see parents getting snatched away from their kids because, even though they were here, but they had their kids here, they were born in the U.S., but even though the parents was born from another country, they had to go back. Now, it is sad to see that, watch them getting snatched, and it's sad for them to go to people's businesses to take, ICE going to businesses trying to get these immigrants, and they're not supposed to be here, and it's really sad, but it is what it is. So, but destroying LA, like, that's not gonna solve anything. I mean, you have people that had their business up on the ground for a while. It may take them a long time for it to be up, and you guys just start destroying everything. That's not gonna solve it. And then going against ICE, it's just gonna get even worse. I mean, it's sad to see this happen, but at the end of the day, this is who y'all voted for. Trump did specifically say that he's gonna start deporting the immigrants back to where they came from because they're in this country illegally. So this is who y'all wanted. Now look at what's going on.
Protesters have taken over Los Angeles, with at least 56 people arrested this weekend as they rallied against Donald Trump's nationwide immigration raids. Authorities declared downtown LA an unlawful assembly area and ordered anyone in the vicinity to leave immediately as they deployed rubber bullets and tear gas on demonstrators. Rioters have set driverless Waymo cars on fire, looted stores, and created blockades on the 101 freeway. Trump ordered in 2,000 National Guard troops, placed 500 Marines on standby, and called for the arrest of anyone wearing face masks. The conflict has sparked a war of words between Trump and California Governor Gavin Newsom, who accused the president of intentionally inflaming tensions. Trump hit back with a social media post on Sunday demanding both Newsom and LA Mayor Karen Bass to apologize for the riots, with his border czar Tom Homan threatening Newsom and Bass with arrests. Newsom responded by simply saying, "Tom, arrest me. Let's go."
Making excuses for what I have seen going down in LA. Making excuses, you guys can make 1,000,000 and 1,000 bajillion zillion excuses you want. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Okay? If you come here and you know what you're doing and you're illegally entering a country, obviously, eventually, you're going to get kicked out. Okay? If the administration know what they're doing and they're for sure about what they're doing. You know what I mean? I don't know what the last administration was doing. They were pretty much inviting people in. And of course, now Trump has to clean up the mess. But all these comments, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. Girl, they're going to schools. Girl, they're traumatizing people. Girl. I understand all that, you guys. They're setting people up at the immigration nation and da-da-da-da-da. Girl, shit, you got to get them how you got to get them. No, but for real, I mean, come on now. That's pretty slick to, come in for your immigration paperwork and then they snatch you up. I mean, it's messed up. I'm not going to say it's not messed up because it is messed up. But that's a good way to catch them, okay? Got to catch them all. Look. stop making excuses for people if they did something illegal, and they just have to pay the consequences. It is what it is, you know what I mean? But like I said in a video that I didn't put out, like, if you know that your people are undocumented in this country, send them on their way properly. Don't let them get snatched up off the street. Don't be like, oh, we're going to fight this, and then they're, getting snatched up off the street literally. No, send them on their way properly, and then help them come back legally so this can't happen to them. You understand? The back and forth and the fighting and the this and the that, I'm not here for all of that. ICE is doing their job, period. That was my video. They're doing their job. That is their job, correct? That is their job. Donald Trump's job, one of his jobs, is to fix the immigration problem in this country. Why you guys are fighting it is ridiculous. I'm not changing that. It is. It's ridiculous. You guys are making fools of yourselves. You're fighting against something you can't fight against. So spend your time more wisely and help people instead of creating more chaos, okay? That's my whole point. I love everybody. People are like, how can you say you stand with Mexicans, but then you feel this way? Because I can say I love my Mexicans, but at the same time, y'all got to do it the right way. And I don't want to see them snatched up off the street. So if you know somebody, send them on their way properly and then help them come back properly, so this doesn't happen to them. You understand? Yeah, because there's no shortcuts, obviously, as you're seeing. There's no shortcuts in life, people. Some people make it and some people get by that way, but they're always looking over their shoulder, okay, for ICE. So don't have your people be doing all that. Help them the correct way. It probably takes a long time. It's probably very costly, I could imagine, but there's a reason why we don't just enter countries, and by we, I'm talking about other American citizens. I'm sure some people do, but why don't we just go into countries undocumented, y'all? Why don't we just be like, oh, we're here, and we're going to stay, because we want to. And it's racist if you don't let us, okay? No, it doesn't work that way. They're going to kick our asses out, too. Best believe that. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah.
This is the moment immigration agents raided a Los Angeles car wash and workers scattered. CCTV footage obtained by the BBC shows employees sprinting to escape, leaping fences as federal agents chase them down. 6 workers were arrested in the raid at this car wash. One of them, Jesus Cruz, worked here for over a decade and had been in the United States more than 30 years. Raids like this are happening now daily across Los Angeles, targeting not just criminals, but also workers and students. It's part of a wider crackdown ordered by President Trump, who vowed to deport undocumented migrants en masse out of the country. The raids have now triggered growing protests in the city.
They got the nerve to talk about they built this country. Those bitches wasn't here in the beginning. So I don't want to hear shit about... No, but it's not about us, it's them. But when you fuckers, even your ass, comes out and makes this an issue, that's when we gotta look. This is when we gotta look at it as this. See this white person? You see your ass? This is what black folks.
This is a moment we were hoping would not happen, but here we are on the fault line between officers and National Guardsmen. This is the Robert Young Federal Building in downtown LA, and hundreds of protests. I'd say maybe 1,000 or so. It has been intense. It has been building. Earlier it was calm, but right now you can sort of feel that energy shifting. Not what anybody wanted to see. It's been several days of this kind of thing leading to difficult evenings. Here's a look now at how we've got to this point.
Protesters have returned to downtown Los Angeles, and with them, a sense of unease.
We're in the midst of a peaceful protest just off the edge here of downtown LA. Police are ultimately trying to move them away from downtown LA where the federal buildings are.
National Guard troops continue to arrive to help put down a problem that LA County Sheriff Robert Luna says does not need fixing.
There's a lot of anger, and we are very concerned at this point.
So are they helping or inflaming this situation?
Well, they just got here, and people aren't happy about it.
What happens next?
mean, we need the National Guard out. We need ICE out.
What began peacefully, protest over federal immigration raids quickly deteriorated. A handful of cars were set on fire. Streets in a major freeway were blocked. There were several clashes with law enforcement. Sunday's boiling point was reached after days of simmering tension.
Stay on the sidewalk.
On Friday, ICE officers carried out a raid in LA's Fashion District. Protesters attempted to block a van carrying detainees. Mayor Karen Bass condemned the raid, saying, "We will not stand for this." On Saturday, word spread of a pending ICE raid at a Home Depot in the city of Paramount, less than 20 miles from downtown LA. Again, the clashes turned violent. That night, President Trump ordered at least 2,000 National Guard troops to LA County over the objections of California Governor Gavin Newsom. Sunday morning, the first 300 troops began arriving outside the federal detention center, followed by the protesters, a clash of wills and a war of words.
When you hear the White House and the president use words like occupation, invasion, insurrection, is that accurate as to what's going on here? What are you seeing?
Right now, I see a community that is scared, very concerned, and a lot of what's going on, frankly, is unprecedented.
So once again, here we are. This is the Robert Young Federal Building, downtown LA. Officers have been trying to get people away from here, but here they are. There's this standoff going on. You see officers in front of us, and you see National Guardsmen and women down there. The whole idea is to maintain some level of calm. And ironically, not ironically, but perhaps interestingly, you talk to officers out here, and they have empathy for a lot of what the protesters are saying. A lot of them happen to be Latino themselves, and they're just shaking their heads. Many of them saying to me, it just doesn't have to be this way, John.
Maurice, you are right there on the fault line, buddy. As you've been traveling throughout LA, what else have you seen? What's the situation in the rest of the city that you've seen?
You know, it's so interesting, John. You fly in and you see a regular Los Angeles County, and people are going about their business elsewhere. This is a small, contained area, downtown LA, just a few blocks, right? The rest of the city, life goes on. And so it's so striking to see that. That's often how it is in big news events like this, but it's all right here. And life goes on elsewhere, but this is so tense right now.
Woo! Go USA. I am so happy that ICE is finally coming to our city, Los Angeles. Raids going down today. Let's talk about that. I'm excited. Woo-hoo. Go home. It went down today in downtown Los Angeles. ICE finally came here. I wish I wasn't at work and I was there so I can buy ICE lunch after. I am so glad you're coming here. We had some punk protesters trying to protest it. Useless, weak. You will not and cannot stop ICE, or you'll go to jail for obstruction. There are people getting run over by cars. There was tear gas to people protesting, which is obstructing ICE, federal government officers, from doing what America voted for, doing what we voted for to do. And the only protesters I seen out there were other immigrants and brown people and Latinos, no other race, no other people. And it was really bad when they start waving Mexican flags around. That don't help you. You're not going to stop anybody. Jumping in front of a car, ICE federal agent from this country, right here. You can't stop it. You won't stop it. And it's useless. It's already going down. You're wasting your time. Brown is the only couple of people out there. And I really want to get it straight as a LA native. I want to let y'all know. The media is lying, talking about we're standing up for immigrants. Excuse me, to correct myself. The media is lying, telling you that my city is standing up for illegal immigrants. Only illegal immigrants are standing up for illegal immigrants here. The people of this city, all the people, we do not stand up for illegal immigrants, and we're happy. First of all, we're turning red. We're not a democratic. We don't protect illegal immigrants here. So don't put that false statement on Los Angeles natives like us. We don't protect illegal aliens here. We don't like them. We want them gone. So don't let the media lie to you talking about, oh, we're standing up in our city of Los Angeles for illegal immigrants, because we're not. We're not. And I'm going to tell you how you can tell and how I know. Because it just happened down the street. And guess what? Nobody else in Los Angeles was there. None of us were there. It was only other illegal immigrants or families of illegal immigrants. So with that being said, protecting residents. You're not a fucking resident here. Protecting our community. You ain't from our community, you motherfucker. You from another country, Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Venezuela. You are not fucking American. You are not from our city, and we do not protect you. We don't give a fuck. Get all y'all the fuck out of here. The ice rays are just getting warmed up. We don't care about y'all motherfuckers. And I'm keeping it real. I'm speaking with a little bit hardcore language right now because y'all motherfuckers need to hear it. Los Angeles City does not support that. That's these fake ass, punk ass politicians making you think we do. But call some people in LA that ain't illegal and ask them if we support them motherfuckers. We don't want them in Los Angeles. Get the fuck out of our country and our city. Look, we got the 2028 Olympics coming here. We don't want your punk ass on the corner selling illegal health hazard tortillas, making tax-free dollars. You need to go back to your country. And all the Americans here are looking at this all over the world on TV, raids in LA today, trying to make it seem like in the press that our city is standing up and fighting against them. The people you've seen on the news in LA raids today are only other illegal immigrants' families. That's all. Because they're lawbreakers, and the only reason they're supporting them is because it's their family that came here illegally, but they still broke the law. And guess what? You didn't stop one ICE detainment, arrest, deportation. You didn't stop not one person from going. Not one. And you won't. You won't. You will not stop our votes count in our country. We voted for this. We don't care. Don't try to use your kids as a weapon to make Americans, the kids. You did that, you illegal parents. You brought your kids here illegally. You put them in that position. It's your fault. Take responsibility. Illegal immigrant children, blame mommy and daddy from crossing the border illegally and destroying your future. Don't blame it on American laws and what we voted for. They broke the law. Your mom and dad are criminals. Okay? So I'm going to end it sweet with the LA raids. I'm glad they're happening, but you had zero stoppage, none, and you won't stop it. Our city will be cleaned up of all illegal immigrants. Keep trying to stand in front of cars. You think you're going to raid a federal building? Y'all going to jail, man. Hey, look, LAPD, they just watching. You think they don't know what's going on? They just watching y'all act a fool because they know they don't have to come out really too much and act sanctuary. Oh, LAPD ain't helping. We're not involved. They know what's going on, but they know you can't stop it. So don't let you act a fool and try to assault federal agents and just watch you all go to jail. Look, the LA raids today was victorious. It showed you the power of ICE, and it shows you the weakness of illegal immigrant protesters. Megaphone, oh, don't sign this, don't that. And in the meantime, people are being detained, arrested, and deported, and you're not going to stop it. And I'm so grateful. This is our country. You ain't got no rights here, punk. Get the fuck out of my country. Call ICE on that fool. Raid the Home Depot. Home Depot, all y'all motherfuckers standing out think somebody gonna pick y'all up to work for some tax-free dollars. Them days is over, punk. Get the fuck out of my country. Fuck y'all. LA raid. Good job, ICE. Tom Homan. Bring more. Get them more. Get more. Get the fuck out of my country, LA. Get the fuck out of my country, you illegal immigrants. Bye.
I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the Secretary, because the fact of the matter is a half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your heads off.